Hello, my lovelies, and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. My name is Celeste, and this is your daily tarot reading for the 10th of July, 2024. And the deck we'll be using is listed in the description box down below, forever and always, just because that's useful information. Anyway, let's see what's going on for today. Alright, my lovelies, all your cards are on the table, and for I do believe the third day in a row, we have 4 major arcanas on the table, just something odd of note. Anyway, let's get started on the best part of your day. We had the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. Death. The 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. The 10 of Wands in the reverse. The King of Swords. The 6 of Coins, which is the 6 of Pentacles. The 5 of Wands. And the 9 of Swords. Okay, this is basically you lighting a fire underneath your butt. Or you kicking yourself, whichever way you want to phrase that. Things not being done. Well, although that is not giving yourself extra burdens, it's also not helping you in the long run. It's not fortuitous, because it just kind of accumulates. You're able to see this, to know it of, maybe I should do that tomorrow. Maybe I should put that off tomorrow. Oh, I don't want to do that now. The procrastination, okay? You realize that it's going to catch up to you eventually. It's something that you really are able to do. I mean, so when it comes to your own limits, as much as you think you're saving yourself, it's not so much. But you do struggle with this. And let's face it, some days none of us, I mean, we have a whole lot of I don't wanna. But there's only so much procrastination. There's only so much of I don't have the energy to do this right now. I gotta, you know, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Someday. Okay, so this is what's being highlighted for you. And the good thing of it is when it's highlighted and we're able to see that we do this, we put things off, it means we can actually have a more fruitful conversation with ourselves when it comes to actually getting stuff done. And doing what we need to, what we should, and prioritizing things appropriately. Like I said, it feels like you're kicking yourself in your own behind. And let's face it, sometimes we all need that, especially if we're procrastinating, which, guilty. Alright, so the worst part of our day, we start off with the 2 of Pentacles. The 9 of Wands. The 7 of Swords in the reverse. The 2 of Wands in the reverse. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. And the 7 of Pentacles. Yeah. When it comes to getting everything done and balancing, your boundaries may need some work, and you may be exhausted. So you don't really want to go anywhere. You want to, just stay in your own little world, your own little comfort zone, and not go beyond that. It's like you don't have that to give. And unfortunately, that means you're being blind to what does need to get done and what is more beneficial. Why? Because you're putting it off. You're procrastinating. Someday. Oh, I'll do that tomorrow. Yeah, it's that procrastinating energy coming through. And for some of you, this might be also at the same time of knowing you need to do something, and because you may not have much experience doing it, this could be what's stemming the procrastination of, oh, well, this is outside my realm of expertise. I don't want to go outside my comfort zone. I don't want to do something that I'm not familiar with, so therefore I won't do it. It's like you give yourself an out, an excuse. Okay, that's interesting. I can't say that I'm not guilty of that either, so welcome to the club. Alright, so the obstacle, or how to get over the obstacle, we have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, followed by the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Justice. The Sun. The Devil. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. And the Six of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, okay, this is the obstacle itself, but also how to get over the obstacle. They've kind of given me the cards in the right order that it kind of counts as both. Yes, we've slowed down, we relaxed, we put our work down, maybe we're just ignoring things, we're shutting people out, we're hiding, we're, giving up everything that we need to do. And while that is sometimes healthy in some ways, it does present distractions for us. It's that procrastinating energy coming through, and that just creates, white noise, confusion, us heading in the wrong direction. And even though this is in the, reverse, it's like that's what we've been doing. That's where we've been. That's kind of our own self-created trap there. Now, how to get over this is, despite all that, it's not like we have to rush headlong into the fray. If we slow down and focus on those areas where, especially if we're afraid of something that we're not skillful on, don't have a lot of knowledge or experience, and we just work on it very slowly to improve things. In other words, baby steps, people. We can have a lot of growth in those areas. Why? Because we started putting energy towards it, even if it's just a little bit. I'm not saying you have to be all in. This is not poker. We just need to realize there's distractions and bad habits that we have and minimize those. Realize they create some confusion, lack of focus and concentration, and that our direction needs to be controlled a little bit more in order to hopefully leave this energy behind. It's not like we have to stop procrastinating and never do it again. It just means we have to minimize the damage. As much as it's good to give ourselves free time away from our obligations, it doesn't mean that we have free time all the time. We still have to get certain things done. We can't just outright ignore it and shut ourselves away from everything. I'd like to play hooky at work too occasionally, but I have bills to pay, so that means I kind of have to go, even though I would enjoy the free time. It's, we have priority issues going on here. So even though something feels so far down the list but still needs to get done, we can do everything that has to be done and still work on other things, or bump things up and down the list as needed. And it doesn't mean we have to do them right away. Does it mean that we have to even complete them? Sometimes we can just start them. It's like doing a painting. I mean, a lot of the times when you paint in layers. You have to let them dry in between. It's not like we're trying to get everything one done and expecting the canvas, the end result, to be all complete, nice and pretty when we've done 8 different things and we've got paint smeared all over and the layers are all blended. It doesn't look right. So slow down. Do things in steps. Just because you start something doesn't mean it necessarily has to be completed today. It's like having a project and needing to do your research first. That's usually the first step. It's making sure you have everything. That doesn't mean you do everything start to finish all in one day and exhaust yourself. No. And on the other foot, that doesn't mean knowing you have a project, you sit there and procrastinate on it. See, there's priority levels here. Okay, so the biggest thing is adjustments are needed. Adjustments are needed. Okay, so where's our priorities at? What are you playing into? Or are you playing into work? Or are you playing into fun? Or are we just being a hermit? Which is funny because we have the cottage tapestry on the table. You know, some of us prefer gardening and being with nature, but there's others of us that we just really want to, you know, trade everything for a cabin in the woods and never speak to humanity again. So, are you being a hermit? I have more questions, but I'm trying not to pull more cards, so we're gonna go ahead and cut that off right there so I don't keep you here all day, despite me being nosy. And everything here for your total cards, that's up to 153, which also reduces to 9, which we had that yesterday, as well as the synchronicity of 999. We have the 9 of Wands and the 9 of Swords, as well as 9 in numerology showing up for you again today. So we have 999. 9 is spirituality and completion. Yeah, you might have issues when it comes to completing things. You might be dragging your feet. You may be postponing things. You may be ignoring things. You may be, you know, putting deadlines or limits on it because the pacing doesn't work for you. Or maybe your abilities, your skill set isn't quite up to par, so pacing alters, whether that's out of fear or maybe that's only the speed you can go at, and that's okay. Alright, my lovelies, I'm going to jump over to the astrology. Let me pull it up here. The Sun in Cancer trines Saturn in Pisces. Goals can be a priority. You enjoy working in smart, disciplined ways. In this case, maybe we're lacking discipline. You can accomplish more with this kind of approach. Yeah. You don't have to be all in. It's not poker. Maybe you take the more steady wins the race approach on this. Just a suggestion. Alright, my loves, I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. Hopefully it resonates for you. And if it does, give me a thumbs up. And if it doesn't, that's fine. It's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.